Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. I got myself some notebooks the other day just to get some ideas down. I try to use my phone or my tablet for stuff like this, but to be honest, I need the feeling of a pen on paper. For me, that's just the more calming way to get things done. And while I was fleshing out ideas, I realized that some of the stuff is like right now, talking head stuff. And I need some background music for those type of videos, and I recorded some drones myself over the past month, and to be honest, there are just 2 to 3 of those drones or soft loops which I am really satisfied with. So I thought, why not give it a go and basically relearn how to do all those things, because at one point I knew how to do that, but during the process of just getting better at certain parts of looping, the parts with droning and soft loops just completely fell over, I think. And I could search the internet and just get myself some drones or soft music out of libraries. Since I do music myself, that's not really an option. And I have a pedal board with a lot of great pedals on it, which are basically just perfect for stuff like this. And I thought that is just the perfect opportunity just to get a video done, me relearning all that stuff, and that's basically it. So let's grab the guitar and get some layers down. So I got myself the guitar, the pedal board is set up, and the first thing to do, I think, is getting just a little micro loop going in mood, and for that I just use the right side and tape. So let's see if we can come up with something that sounds a bit interesting. Yeah, it's not that bad. Slow it down. And now I could try just to wash everything out with adding reverb. That would sound like this, which is pretty useful if I want to pitch the drones in the background like this. Okay, that's not that bad sounding, to be honest. I think I could maybe record just that snippet into my looper. I will have turned it down for a moment, and then I just record a blank loop for a few seconds. So I recorded a blank loop, which is about 10 seconds long, and now I just record the thing out of mood with some manipulations on the knobs, just to have a bass layer going. Add some jumps and pitch. So I landed an octave down while I was setting the knob back to where I thought it was, and recorded that over the thing that over the first layer. That's not that bad. Turn it a bit And now I will just turn off the reverb, have a listen to the initial recording that I did. Just that. Okay, that will be the third layer to add. So give it a go. The thing I learned with all those micro layers and looping all of those layers into another looper is less is more. It's just so easy to have all of this chirping noise in the background. It's pretty easy to overdo it for me. So since we're not recording, we can just have a listen to what Mood is doing right now. I like to have some layers in reverse, so having Mood playing in reverse and have a listen to what it sounds like. That's also a nice thing to add in the background. Yeah, that's a nice one too. Okay, that drone is going, so I can try setting up the left channel as a delay and pass the micro loop side over to the delay and listen what that will sound like. Okay, let's turn that off and take a listen to what Mood is now. Yeah. That's the place where I would like to pitch it down to, and it's close before the point Mood gets noisy. Yeah. There's the point where it starts to get noisy and you have that really lo-fi character. That's fine. So the delay loop is running infinite at this point, and I can try to get something new going on the micro loop side. Yeah, but that feels a bit too lo-fi for my taste at the moment. So I will turn on the loop that we recorded and just listen if the delay loop makes sense in that context. Obvious that it's repeating itself in loops which are just maybe a second long. So that's not meant to be recorded for a few seconds, just to add some little bits in there. can try by now is just adding more pedals after. Adding Baklengs. That seems to be a nice layer. I will set up another blank layer on the second track, and the way I set up the looper, it will just record a blank track which had the same length as the first one without me having to keep an eye on the time that has passed. Get the input running again and record some snippets on the second track. Manipulate some of the mod stuff. That's not that uninteresting too. Let's add the Microcosm just to give everything a bit more of a stereo width. Yeah, that's not that bad. Let's record some of that. Yeah, I think I like having that just fading in and out softly. Okay, let's keep it this way. Turn the second loop down in volume. So I could go on adding layers upon layers, but I think that's enough for this loop. Now I can try to manipulate the loop further. Since my looper is the last stage at this point, I can put this in octave up, down, or reverse each track. So we'll try to reverse the second one. And maybe put the first one an octave down. Which will add its own character to it. I will do an undo on the second track because I think these in and out swells are just too close. Having that running normal again, and have a listen if there's still something in mood. Okay. Let's try recording some of that snippets again. bit better. That's not that intrusive like the first one. So now the first track is running in reverse and the second one is running forward. But I could try to pitch that one down an octave and we'll end with this. Which isn't that bad either. Yeah, I can imagine that drone being something which is just something quiet running in the background while talking. Glad I'm recording all of this right now. I tried to do a video half an hour ago and it happened to be that I haven't pressed record on my DAW. And when I managed to press record there on the camera, then I just missed that the battery on the B cam was dead already. So I ended up with a 10-minute recording and no video material of the pedalboard, which was just great. So I guess that's the first drone. Yeah, that's quite good. Let's do a slow fade out. Erase the tracks. Now we can try to come up with a second drone. Okay, let's do it. So I hit record on the track, but the track wasn't armed, so I ended up with 2 minutes of silence, which is just great. The new track is running and everything on the pedalboard is off at the moment. I think that's a good point just to talk what's going on the pedalboard. That's the dry sound of the guitar running through the ACS1, and I add the carbon just to give it a little bit more bite and a bit more clarity. And Mark Johnson said in a video that the Microcosm is pretty picky in sound and that it just helps to push the Microcosm a bit when you add some grit in the front. So when I heard that, I just tried it. I realized, yeah, he's right, and that's the way that I do it since then. The other thing that is pretty much on for 100% of the time is reverb, which in my case is the Alexander pedal Space Force. And that just helps to space it out a bit and add that nice stereo width. Yeah, I like that reverb a lot. It's a pedal that feels like I'm in the room. I had some other reverb pedals before, but that one just made the cut for me. can set up the pedal to have an AB. A usually for me is a smaller room and B is a larger one. Yeah, with just more mix and a longer decay. So I have the carbon running, I have the Space Force running, and another thing to try to get some drones running is I could set the Space Force to the slow rise, which is just a slow attack, and record a blank loop at first for a few seconds. Usually I end up with around about 10 seconds. So now that's running, so we hit record and just fade in some loops. Okay, let's switch back to another reverb. Without the reverb, the guitar is more upfront in the mix and it's getting more of your attention. But we wanted the guitar to be part of the ambience. So now there's many things to choose from. I did a Meraki preset from the Walrus one because I really like the sound of the dual delay, but I think more than $600 at the moment for just a pedal is not for me. So I was just inspired by that and did something where I was using the dual delay algorithm in the boss, and the thing that I came up with sounds like this. Turn down the drone. Yeah, it's just dancing around in the stereo field. So now we can try to add a reverse delay from Baklengs. Oh, that's cool, yeah, let's keep that. Oh, that sounds good, that's a good idea. Sometimes I think it has a vinyl-like character because of the noise pattern. I will turn the drone down. Yeah, that just sounds like a needle on vinyl. Let's set up the second track, just so we can be a bit more controlled in what is happening. That's what I mean by the DD500, the 22500 is doing it on itself. I just have to press record, then press again, and it will go back to play when it's done recording a loop the same length as the first one. So let's record record something. Yeah, I think that's enough. So now I have 2 tracks running, and it would be nice just to add something drony in the background. So let's set up mood to reverb again and get something going on the tape side. Okay, let's just record some snippets of that. There it is, just a tiny amount of that in the background. Stop turning up the volume at the point where I start to hear some of the loop. Okay, let's get something else going. I can try to go back to the delay and let's check the speed of the delay. By pitching that up, the loop will gain more speed. I will turn down the loops just to hear what's going on in mood. Let's have that running through the Microcosm. Yeah, that could be a nice thing to add. So I'll just fade in mood just to see if that's something to record. Sounds not that bad. Put the guitar aside for a second and just record some of that. That's beautiful. Let's take a listen to what it sounds like. Speeding and slowing down the loop and mood. Speeding up will give us some of the chirpy sounds. Okay, yeah, let's just use a tiny bit of it. Yeah, that should be enough. And how does it sound like when we just take it further? I think that's the point where it doesn't make sense to add anything else to the loop, because we have a whole lot going on. Okay, let's add just some of this. Change the algorithm to strum. Let's just add a tiny bit of it there. Okay, drone number 2 is finished, I think. It's a nice drone, but that's not something that is made for running in the background without being kind of disturbing. Because that drone has just too much going on. But I think it's just a nice way to keep creativity flowing, and that's not a wasted usage of time, I think, on this pretty grey day. So I think the video is long enough by now, and get longer recording a third drone. So we made it till here in the video. Thanks for joining me. Maybe it was helping getting your creative juices flowing. Or maybe you learned something that you didn't know before. I think in 2 weeks I will forget what I've done and will start the process all over again. But at least now I have a video to take a look at the process and how I've done all that stuff. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.